Some things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads me towards regret. Sometimes I wish that we had never met. I'm faking every step, stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
Disconnected, out of mind, I'm unaffected by the times. Misdirect me on a dime, break me with something slight.
Born in a compromise, raised on white lies.
They say the road to hell is paved with gold.
At 25 I feel content with caution, dodging my halo, dodging my halo, dodging my halo.
You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
Uncomfortably numb. We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
is alright. Well, you gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. You might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise. No longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties. And I wouldn't want to break them. I wouldn't want to break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this. But until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to you. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. You might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. You might just let it go. Harder that you try, baby, the further you'll fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me by. Everything you know about me now, baby, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna call it by a brand new name. Ooh, please, please, please don't drag me.
Coming to you live from historic McBean Stadium in the heart of Lincoln, California. It's time for Potters Baseball. Potters Baseball brought to you by Stone's Broadcast Networks. And now let's send it up to the booth, to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Make it good evening, since it seems like it's like after 7 o'clock, so good evening. I'm a little bit nonplussed up here. We just had Gracie, who could not have been more than 5 years old, and she sang the national anthem on country night. I swear she put a little twang in the voice. She, as Riley said, she freaking killed it, okay? She's a 20-year-old in a 4-year-old body, and she was absolutely amazing, so I'm a little off my game, if you don't mind. Potters against the AE Express. That's Athletic Edge Express, a team a travel team out of Petaluma that always fields a fantastic ball club, and they've got players from local community colleges and colleges, and so we'll be meeting them in just a second. But we're going to talk about Jake Morrell first as the left-hander from Roseville and from William Jessup, making his third start of the season. Jake is 2-0. His ERA is 2. He's pitched 9 innings. He's given up 5 hits. He's struck out 11. And he has walked 2. And he has been cited by manager Eli Garcia and former pitching coach Brock Raggett, our pitching coach over at Jessup, Brock Raggett. One of the hardest workers you're ever going to see, who's made a tremendous turnaround in the couple of years since he entered the American River College program, and now the Potters for a summer, and William Jessup as well. So Jake Morrell will be our pitcher today for the Potters. He will face a lineup of AE Express players. Jelani Mason, a familiar name, is starting us off. Kalen Clemens in right field. Kays Duramalaire at shortstop, batting in the cleanup spot. Tyler Nordyke out of Santa Rosa Junior College, batting 6th. Cox batting 8th. He is the catcher. Will Toker, the left fielder, he is batting 9th. And the pitcher is Aaron Devanus. Aaron Devanus. And so that is your lineup for the AE Express. Jelani Mason starts us off. He's out in center field in this one. Galen Clemens, the right fielder, and JT Summers, the DH. Those are the first 3 hitters. And we are just about ready to get started. Potters wearing their orange tonight. It's an Orange Friday, so I am also sporting orange with the Clay City jersey, one of the Potters' alternate jerseys, of course, from the past. And underneath that, my Ringo Starr concert T-shirt. So I think I'm looking pretty good today, Riley, by the way. But not as good as I was going to say not as good as the Potters at the orange. Sometimes it looks better than others. I think it looks pretty good tonight. Potters are 7-1 on the season. This is game number 9. The only loss in game 3 to Novato Knicks when they lost a 5-1 lead in the 7th inning and lost that one eventually 7-6. But starting pitching has been universally good for the Potters, and Jake Morrell is responsible for 2 of those outings. This will be number 3 as he throws the first pitch to Jelani Mason, and Mason takes a strike right down the middle, and we are underway. Mason out of Sonoma State, wearing number 99 for the AE Express. Morrell's next one inside to Jelani. 1 ball and 1 strike. It is country night, as mentioned out here, and there is, yes, a mechanical bull. If you open up the door to our press box and go down the stairs where Fat Cat used to be, there is now a look out. That one is inside for a ball. There is now a mechanical bull, and it's $5 to ride the bull, or free with the purchase of a 24-ounce beer. I suggested you have to take the beer onto the bull. That was nixed. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 2-2. But do we have a camera on there now? And so people can look and see that? Is that inside? Is it picture-in-picture or something? Riley, I don't understand this stuff. Well, I just want people to know they can see it. That is inside corner, strike 3, Mason. A little quiver there at the end, but he takes the 3rd strike for the first out of the game. That'll bring up Kalen Clemens, the right fielder, and let's Riley look at the Potters' defensive alignment if we can. Brian Williams in left, Ethan Liao in center, Tyler Russell over in right, Ty McGraw, Tristan Russell making his first appearance in the field at second, Brett Griffiths, the shortstop, Jake Lavin at third, Aiden Chang behind the plate, and Jake Morrell is on the mound. Fastball is in there for a strike. So we have the mechanical bull working. We got $4 off Founders Brewing Company. We've got cowbell giveaway. The first 500 got a cowbell. And me. Swing and a miss by Kalen Clemens. Clemens out of West Valley College, Casa Grande High School. He takes one just a little bit outside. So Mason strikes out to start the game, and now it's Kalen Clemens. JT Summers, the DH, to follow for the AE Express. We'll just call him the Express, I think is what we're going to do. You know, a little shorthand there. Breaking ball misses high and outside. It's 2-2 on Clemens. So we got a lot going on is what I'm saying, Riley. We got cowbells. We've got mechanical bulls. We've got $4 off Founders. I think there's other stuff going on, too. That's chopped out toward shortstop, cut off by the third baseman, and over to first. Nice play by Jake Lavin, playing third base tonight. It's at least his 4th different position for the Potters this summer, and he gets the assist, and JT Summers will be our hitter. He is also out of Santa Rosa Junior College, also a product of Casa Grande High School. JT throws it right. He bats it right. He's DHing tonight, so he doesn't worry about throwing it right now. And right in front of me, waiting to sit down, is probably the strongest man who ever lived. Even Ronnie went, whoa. He's just a little jacked is what I'm saying. He kind of looks like Goldberg. Well, maybe that's a dated reference. You know who Goldberg is? Okay, thanks, Ronnie. You don't know who anybody is, except for Richard Nixon. Morrell with a nice slider in there for a strike at 74. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike on Summers. K's Duramalar is on deck. He is the shortstop for the Express. Chopper out towards short. That's going to get to Griffiths. Brett across the diamond. At first off the bag. Tagged by Ty McGraw. And it's a good inning for Jake Morrell. We go to the bottom of the first. Express nothing. Potters coming to bat.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom inning number 1 here from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low along with Riley the engineer. Of course, Willie Preston doing the job on the PA. Who's over there? Carson. Is Carson the IC again? There he is. And Luke Stadwalker is also here. Also, the great Jordan Georgeson has dropped by, but he's not in here now because they opened another food court, so he went down there. Voldemort is here, and I don't know what he's doing. He's just back there eating. But he's a good guy, so I don't hold it against him. Let's look at the Potters lineup. Aaron DeVanis is the pitcher, the right-hander out of Santa Rosa Junior College. He'll face Jake Lavin, Ethan Liao, and Ty McGraw. Tristan Russell batted in the cleanup spot with 17 runs batted in. Chip Garish, the DH today. Chang Griffiths, Russell, and Brian Williams rounds out the Potters lineup. Thank you, Riley. And here we go. Lavin at .407. He has 5 runs batted in and 10 runs scored and a dozen walks. Lavin fouls one at the plate, and he will take a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Jake with 12 walks. He has 11 hits and 12 walks on the season. And going out to talk to Aaron DeVanis is Mason Cox, the catcher. I think maybe just to give Jake a chance to walk off that I'm going to call it a contusion, because I'm a medical dude. But it's when the umpire shows concern, it's got to be something. Because they are characters without a heart, so if they show concern, obviously something's happening. Voldemort, what are you doing over there? Did you break that chair? Did you just break a chair? Man, if it's been like that, don't sit in it. These kids today. And he goes to college. Jake Lavin is back after that commotion from Voldemort. 1-1. Jake hits a ground ball up the middle. That's into center field, a clean base hit. So Jake shakes off whatever it is that ails him, and he singles up the middle for the first hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Ethan Liao out of Dublin, California, and Gardner-Webb University. They're running Bulldogs, and I know that seems like it wouldn't work together, but that's what they are, and I go with it. Batting .375 with 3 RBI and 8 runs scored for the Potters. Ethan has played right, he's played left, he's playing center tonight. Lavin leading at first. That one is a strike, and let's look quickly at the defensive alignment, which is already up there. Will Toker in left, Mason center, Clemens right, Katati, Duramaler, Nordyke, Boyd, Cox, and DeVanis rounds it out. That one is inside to Ethan, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Fastball's in there, strike two. Might be the most difficult to pronounce left side of an infield that we've faced so far. We've got Coyote at third base and Duramalar at shortstop. And it's just Duramalar, Duramalar. You got to just put it in a song, Riley. That's how you do it. 1-2 on Ethan. We're in there down low for a ball. Mason Cox out of Santa Rosa Junior College. The catcher. He too went to Casa Grande High School in Petaluma, which is the home base for Athletic Edge Express, i.e. AE Express. Lavin at first, 2-2 count on Ethan. Watches it go outside. Mason holds it, frozen in time, but it was a little bit outside according to my sources, and it's a full count. We'll see if Lavin's going on the full count pitch. He is not. The pitch is ball 4. So Leal works the walk, first and second, nobody out. And here's Ty McGraw, the first baseman from Gardendale, Alabama. And Troy University has been hot so far this season, leads the Potters with a .480 average. He's driven in 8. He has scored 8. He's 12 hits and he's drawn 7 walks, Ty McGraw. He's up here with RBI chances. Jake Lavin out at second base. And Ty is on the list of guys that I know are going to hit a home run this summer, but just haven't done it yet. He's probably number 1 on the list. Brian Williams Jr. is in there too. So far we have home runs from Tristan Russell, 2. We have Ryan Villanueva and Brett Griffiths, who has to come up and sign his Post-it. He hasn't done that yet. He did send cookies, though, so that was nice. Which are still delicious, Riley. Chopper out towards shortstop. Millar's going to go to second for 1. They'll go to first and get the double play. Nicely turned by the Express, 6-4-3. And that'll move Lavin to third, but now with 2 outs, it's up to Tristan Russell. Russell making his first in the field appearance of the season. He's been working through a shoulder injury, but he's out at second base today. 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in, 8 runs scored. Batting .423 is Tristan Russell. He is up there on the. He says he has power from both sides. Both his home runs are from the right side. He's up there left-handed against the right-hander Aaron DeVanis. And Aaron says, this ball is not good to throw to a left-handed batter. Give me another one. Because it has a little L on the ball if you can throw it to a left-hander and an R if you throw it to a right-hander. Riley, did you know that? No, you didn't know that, right? You know why you didn't know that? I just made it up, okay? Actually, it's a good idea, though. Well, probably not really. There's a foul ball back to the screen. 0-1. Willie calls for cowbells. There are 500 of them around here somewhere. Well, 501. I always respond when Willie calls. And so did Riley. 0-1 now to Tristan Russell. Takes a high fastball. He is out of Cypress, Texas. He was at the University of Houston. I believe he is uncommitted right now. And if he's not, don't blame me. That's just what I read, okay? Left-handed hitter, switch hitter, left-handed against DeVanis. Off-speed pitch swung through it, 1-2. Trip Garish is the DH. He is on deck. Potters started this one out optimistically with a single and a walk, but then a double play. Turned 6-4-3 by the Express, and that's what gets us to where we are today. Tristan Russell takes outside with a fastball. 89 from DeVanis, so he brought it up there. Came back after the break-in pitch with a pretty zippy fastball, is the technical term for it, zippy. I see Spencer for hire down there. He's got the backward cap on. Come on, project a professional image. Inside, 3-2. That might dock him on the rankings. I got to see if Luke Statwalker's got his hat on frontwards. Yes, he does. Okay, good job. Piper's side. I didn't even see Piper. He's following Spencer, trying to get him to turn his hat around, I think. 3-2 coming up. Russell takes a breaking ball, and he takes it for call strike 3. So no runs a hit. We leave one, bottom of the first. Going to the second, we got Express nothing, Potters nothing.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Silverado grill, and I buy the bar double.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest-running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts...
Top of inning number 2. No score on the board. K's Drummelaar will be our first hitter, and the shortstop is followed by Brady Boyd and then Tyler Nordyke. In the top of the second against Jake Morrell, who had a strikeout and a couple of groundouts. In the top of the first, the left-hander from William Jessup delivers the first pitch. It's a breaking in, and it breaks in there for a strike to Drummelaar. K's out of Santa Rosa Junior College, as are many of the players on the edge. Takes outside. That one goes back to the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 members of the roster from the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs team, which was number 1 in the state for most of the year before they were knocked out of the playoffs by Sierra College. That's right, out of Rockland, California. That's hit sharply down the third base line. That is out. Oh, my goodness. That did not look fair. Beautiful job. Drummelaar is going to go into second base. I thought the ball was foul, but then again, they don't ask me for my eyesight. But Drummelaar delivers the double to open the second inning. He is out at second base, and Brady Boyd will be the hitter. Brady is from Westmont College. He went to Cardinal Newman High School in Santa Rosa, wearing number 21 for the Express with their dark blue jerseys, gray pants. Potter's obviously in the orange today. So Duramalair finds a good spot down the left field line. He's at second base. That's line to right field. That's a base hit. Having to hold up is Duramalair, so he'll stay there as the throw comes all the way through to Aiden Chang. So 2 quick hits for the Edge here in the second inning. Boyd and Duramalair now at first and third, and Tyler Nordyke, the hitter. Tyler from Santa Rosa Junior College out of Windsor High School. And he is up here with a chance to do some damage early in this one for the Express. 2 sharp hits, one to left field and one to right, but runners at first and third. Fastball is in there for a strike. Jake delivers at 87 miles an hour. Dante Chiati is the next hitter, the third baseman. That's hit well to left field. Coming back is Brian Williams. He is, and runs into the fence. What a catch by Brian Williams. It is a sacrifice fly, a ball well hit by Nordyke, but Williams with an excellent play saves an extra base hit. It's an RBI for Nordyke. Staying at first base is Brady Boyd, and the Edge is on the board. They lead it 1-0. Brian Williams, we saw him in center field, and he is incredibly good in center. He covers so much ground. That time he just had to go back on a ball, make the catch going into the fence, and he did that. And 1 out, 1 in, and 1 on for the Edge Express, and Dante Chiati will be the hitter. The third baseman takes the strike. Dante is from the College of Marin out of Petaluma High School. Oh, I think he's the Dueling Dogs batter, so if he strikes out, it'll be half off Dueling Dogs down at the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first base line. Morrell will go over to first base to Ty McGraw. So Duramalair started us off with a double. He was singled to third by Brady Boyd. Nordyke delivered a shot that for a second looked like it might have enough to get out of here, but Brian Williams runs it down at the fence. There goes the runner. The throw to second by Chang is on a hop. He lays the tag on. He did not get him. Laid the tag on him. It looked like he might have put it on him a little bit too late. It looked like Boyd might have gotten his foot in there first. The ball was perfectly placed by Chang. I think that was a case of it looked like the ball was there first, but I think he tagged him a little bit too high on the leg, and Boyd is in there at second base. It's a 1-1 strike count on Chiati. That breaking pitch is beautiful, and it's in there for strike 2. Mason Cox, the catcher, the number 8 hitter on deck for the Athletic Edge Express, who now lead this one 1-0. Willie, that's right, it's a Dueling Dogs batter. That's why he's playing all the dogs on the soundtrack. Kind of missed that for a second. Breaking balls hit down the third. It's a fair ball across the diamond and delivered well by Jake Lavin. And the runner has to hold at second base. 2 outs. And Mason Cox is the hitter. So we didn't get a strikeout, but we did get an out as Lavin. I believe this is Jake's first time at third base. Is getting some action. He's also played second. He's played left. He's played center, and I think he's played right. So here's Mason Cox. Also out of Santa Rosa Junior College. Morrell sails the fastball outside 1-0. So country night tonight. A lot of boots in the crowd, Riley. A lot of boots. Piper should be wearing boots. That would be a good concession to the theme of the evening, but he's just going to wave to people with his Secret Service person there. Strike by Jake Morrell. 1-1 strike. Martins, one of our favorite fans, roaming the concourse over to the left side down the third base line. Haven't seen a lot of shaved ice so far, Riley. I know they're right behind us. Cox takes outside. 2-1. Will Toker is the left fielder. He is the number 9 hitter, and he is in the on-deck circle for the AE Express. Look out, that's inside and hit him. So Cox will go to first base. Boyd was headed for third as the ball rolled away. He'll have to go back to second, first and second. 2 outs in the inning, and here is Will Toker out of Santa Rosa Junior College. He is out of Vintage High School, which is in Napa, California, and Santa Rosa Junior College. Willie says Tokar, so that's what I'll go with. Inside for a ball. That one is also inside. I called him Toker, Willie, so I could say he's a joker. He's Will Toker. It's a Steve Miller song. I don't know if you're familiar with it. So that's why it was better for the lyrics. That's why I went that way. You know. That one is in there for a strike. He's a joker. He's Will Toker. He's a midnight. Yeah. Just don't want to hurt no one. He's a picker. He's a grinner. Okay, enough, Riley. I know you want me to sing more Steve Miller, but I'm not going to. That's lined into left field, a base hit. Boyd comes around. Williams with the throw. It comes all the way through, and he's got him by 20 or 30 feet at home plate. So Toker delivers the single. Williams delivers the throw. The Edge score once. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Edge 1 and the Potters nothing.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Bottom of inning number 2, the Edge lead at 1-0. Could have been more, but Brian Williams has moved over from center, as we mentioned. He took his arm with him when he went from center to left, and he threw out, I think, it's his second runner of the season at home plate to end the inning. So the Potters, now trailing at 1-0, will send up Trip Garish, then Aiden Chang, and Brett Griffiths, the first 3 hitters in the bottom of the second against Aaron Devanus, who struck out 1, walked 1, and gave up a hit in the first. Got a nice double play out of his middle infield. to get him out of further trouble. And here is Trip Garish. Trip 2 for 5 on the season. Takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Out of the United States Air Force Academy, originally from Belmont, California, Mr. Trip Garish at 6'2". A strapping lad, if I may say. I think I may. That one right down the middle from DeVanis. 87, 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd really still settling in. We have a Little League game right behind us. So parking, that's chopped out towards second base. Nordyke on the hop. Goes to first, and they complete the play. A little bit choppy, but they made it work. So 4-3, Garish is retired, and Aiden Chang is the hitter. Little League action behind us, which means parking at a premium. So I think there's people who are here who got here at game time, and it's just now made it to their seats because they had to walk a mile or so to get here. Riley just left his car going out in the middle of the street. He didn't care. He says, if I'm Riley the engineer, I can do that. So Chang at 455. Aiden with 4 RBI and 5 runs scored. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. And I don't hold anything against him for saying that. Aiden Chang out of Mount Marty University, as we found out early in the season. They are the Lancers. He's originally from Roseville, California, which is not far from here. Takes that one, and that's a beautiful pitch in there for a strike 0-2. So quickly, DeVanis gets ahead of Aiden Chang with Brett Griffiths on deck. Inside, pulls away from that one. 1-2. That was at 90 miles an hour from DeVanis. He's a big guy out there. I don't have any weights and measures on the roster here, but I'm saying at least 6'3". Chang with a little chopper. That's going to be a tough play. DeVanis picks it up. Bare hand throw to first. It's a nice play, but it's going to get away at first base, and Chang around it and going to second. Clemens follows it up. So it's an infield hit for Chang, an error on the pitcher, allowing him to get to second. First error of the game. Second hit for the Potters, and Chang at second with 1 out. And here's Brett Griffiths from Sacramento and Jesuit High School, American River Community College, and Ball State. Brett back for his second summer as a Lincoln Potter, and his mom made me cookies. So, and if I say to her, I say, Mom, I'm still working on them. There were a lot of cookies in there, okay? I have your Tupperware. It's fine. I'll clean it up. Don't worry about it. But it may be a while before I get it back to you. There's a lot of cookies in there. And I can't eat a lot of cookies at a time, Riley. I know you could. But you don't have to worry about all the things I have to worry about. Brett swings and misses at that one. It's 0-2. But they are delicious, as you know, because you had one when I got them. Cox goes out to talk to DeVanis as Chang, the runner at second base. Potters trailing this one 1-0. We're in the bottom of inning number 2 from McBean Stadium. Great crowd out here for a Friday night. Again, late arriving because they had to park the car and somehow find their way here. I think some of them might have needed guides and stuff. A Sherpa, somebody like that. I like Sherpas. Brett slices one down the right field line. Clemens is in position. He'll make the catch. The tag by Chang, he does not go as the throw is cut off by Duramalar, the shortstop. So 2 outs here after the fly out to right field, and it's all up to Ty Russell. Tyler Russell comes in hitting .235. He is coming to us out of Queen Creek, Arizona, which I can't imagine is a large metropolis, but that's where he's from. Brian Williams Jr., the number 9 hitter on deck. DeVanis delivers a strike. at 88. So consistently up in the upper 80s and touching 90, Aaron DeVanis on the hill. Ty Russell out in right field for the Potters tonight. Playing their 9th game of the season. Swings and misses at that one. Got the 3-game series this weekend against AE Express. Tomorrow, 7:05. And then Sunday, our last day Sunday game, 1:05. Next Tuesday, Pleasanton Jacks come into town for a 1-game appearance at 6:35. Then next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's the Peloteros coming into McBean Stadium. Saturday is superhero night. That's crazy. Line drive up the middle, off the glove. The pitcher gets into center field. Here comes Chang around, and he will score. Tyler Russell delivers, and the Potters are on the board. We're tied at 1. His 2nd run batted into the season. Put it right back up the middle. It looked for a second like DeVanis was going to be able to snag it out of the air, but he could not do so. Potters have 3 hits. They have a run. We're all tied at 1. And here's Brian Williams Jr., who threw a runner out at the plate in the top of this inning. Comes in at 367. No home runs. 2 runs batted in. And 12 stolen bases for Brian Williams on the season. He takes a fastball and he takes a strike 0-1. He scored 13 runs and stole 12 bases out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, and Dallas Baptist University. Lines it into center field. That's a base hit. Great contact from Brian Williams. 3rd hit of the inning for the Potters. It'll move Russell up to second, bring up Jake Lavin, who got the first Potters hit back in the bottom of the first and made it to far as third base, but was stranded there. Jake out of Laguna Beach, California, UC Berkeley, playing third base in this one. Left-hander against the right-hander, Aaron DeVanis. It would look like he was going to get out of it after Griffiths flied out. Then Russell lines a single. Williams hit it just a little bit harder than Tyler. Couple of singles. And the Potters are still in business with Lavin at the plate. That's outside from DeVanis. The Edge warming up a right-hander down in their bullpen. As Lavin with a 1-ball, no strike count. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. Riley, I just want to give you a little bit of heads up. As soon as the Potters are out in this half inning, we're going to switch it and take a look at the mechanical bull cam. Can we do that? Thank you, sir. So I don't think people believe that we've got it out there or that we can show it to them. We're going to do both. Lavin takes outside, ball 3. Looks like it's Jeffrey Page warming up for the Athletic Edge Express out of San Diego City College. That's inside, ball 4. It might have hit Jake. And he'll go down to first base to load the bases. Russell moves to third. At second is Brian Williams. And we'll have a meeting at the mound. Looks like that's Coach Mike Harris going out for the AE Express. Started with Garish grounding out to second. Then Chang, a little infield hit that was thrown away by DeVanis. And so Chang reached second. Then Brett Griffiths flied to right. So 2 outs, 1 on. A single up the middle by Russell. A single up the middle by Brian Williams Jr. And the walk, a.k.a. hit batter, right there. And looks like we've got a pitcher coming in, a new pitcher. That will be number 44, Jeffrey Page, out of Vintage High School in Napa and San Diego City College. We'll be back with more of this one. The bottom of the second, Potters 1 and the Express 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Ready for action here in the bottom of the second inning. Jeffrey Page, as we said, our new pitcher out of San Diego City College. Aaron Devanus went an inning and 2/3. He gave up 3 hits. He walked 1 and hit 1. And he's given up the 1 run, and he's responsible for the 3 runners on the bases. Right now, Ethan Liao is our hitter. He walked his first time up out of Dublin, California. Page delivers down low for a ball, 1-0. Lavin at first. At second is Williams, and at third is Ty Russell, who came through with the clutch hit to keep this inning going. Liao takes a strike from Jeffrey Page. Ty McGraw on deck, but it's about Ethan Liao right now as the crowd looks on country night. Ooh, a lot of people out at the grassy knoll out there, too, down the third base line. Hadn't noticed that. Outside, 2-1. $4 off Founders, but I think the key thing is the mechanical bull, which, again, we'll visit at the end of this half inning. It's $5 to ride it, but if you buy a 24-ounce beer, it's a free ticket. So it's a great drink and a free ticket to ride the mechanical bull. I say you have to do it at the same time. No one is backing me up on that. They are not backing me up on that. Liao takes outside, 3-1. Directs that one in there for a call strike, 3-2. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Little chopper right out in front of third base, picked up by Ciotti. Throws to first, nice play. Ciotti with a good play at third base to get the speedy Liao at first. So just a single run for the Potters. In the second, we go to the third. It's 1-1. And Riley, let's take a look at that mechanical bull and see what's going on outside. Nobody's on it. Didn't they know we were going to go there? Somebody go get on that bull. We've got the bull for you. We got the bull by the horn, so to speak. Uh-oh, we might have an entry. It's a youngster, though. Yeah, the youngster's getting up there. Okay, Riley. All right, get in there, young man. You can do it. There you go. The right shorts is always good when you're riding the bull. I like that. All right, turn it on there, Mr. Guy in the hat. There he goes. All right, a little bit. Looks a little tame. Oh, he's making it seem like that is a buck and bar. Anyway, come on, turn it around. Twist it on him. Let's go. Come on. Don't take it easy on the kid. These kids today have it too easy already. Don't wave to people. You're on a bull. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that was good. Way to go, Riley. Great job. Let's go to commercial.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical, and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of inning number 3, we're 1-1 with the Potters and the AE Express, and the Express will send up the top of the order Jelani Mason, Kalen Clemens, and JT Summers against Jake Morrell, who's gone through 2 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 run. He has hit 1 batter. So Mason took a call, third strike, his first time up to open the game. 0 for 1 for Jelani. Takes the same pitch that got him the first time, and it's in there for a strike. Jelani out of Sonoma State University. Throws it left, bats it left. He is out in center field today for the Express. Morrell comes in too high. 1-1. Cowbell night. Cowbell to the first 500 people, and they're well done now. I mean, we have far more than 500 in here now. They were there for a long time because people were parked too far away. Mason slices it down the left field line, but it's out of play on the grassy knoll area over there. So, yeah, I may auction mine off, though. A signed cowbell from me. I mean, I guess maybe auction. I give it away would be a better way to phrase that probably. Breaking ball. That time misses inside for Mason. 2-2. When I say auction off, I mean donate to the first person who asks. Mason swings and misses. Morrell gets him for the second time. That's Jake's only 2 strikeouts. He has 1 out here in the third, and Kalen Clemens, the hitter, who grounded to third his first time up down to Jake Lavin. So here's Clemens out of West Valley Community College. Takes a strike. Kalen 0 for 1 so far in this one. Jake around 87 with the fastball right down the middle there. That time he puts in the bender. It's in there for a strike. That has been his best pitch through 3 outings. Really has good control over that off-speed pitch and almost can put it where he wants to every time. 0-2. That's fouled out of play. That's the fastball again from Jake Morrell. 6'4" out of Roseville, California, Jake Morrell. 2-0 on the season. 9 innings coming in, 5 hits allowed. That's in the dirt for a ball. 11 strikeouts, 2 base on balls coming in. He's got 2 strikeouts and he's hit 1 batter, which for my purposes counts as a base on balls. Free pass, if you will. Clemens swings and misses at the slider. Coming right toward his back foot. Could not hold up. 2 strikeouts here to start the third for Jake Morrell. And JT Summers, the hitter. JT grounded to shortstop his first time up. The designated hitter out of Santa Rosa Junior College, originally from Petaluma, Casa Grande High School. Another member of the stellar Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs, who spent much of the year at number 1 in the state. He chops that one down the third base line, and it is foul. Case Duramalar is on deck. He doubled his first time up, the shortstop. Potter's playing. Summers Pretty deep and pulled around a little bit toward left field. Outside by Morrell. Took something off that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow, 7:05, same 2 teams. I'm sure there's a lot of crazy promotions tomorrow, but no one tells me about these things. But I'm sure tomorrow will just be a madhouse. Crazy, crazy madhouse out here. And as long as there's Little League, you need to get here early. And that's a good idea anyway, because that's lined into left field. Brian Williams Jr. coming on. He'll make the catch a little higher than he thought. He ran in too far, made the catch over his head. And it's 1-2-3 in the third for the Edge. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters and Edge tied at 1.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of inning number 3, it'll be Ty McGraw, then Tristan Russell and Trip Garish against the right-hander Jeffrey Page, who came on in relief of Aaron DeVanis, who lasted an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. McGraw into a double play his first time up, takes inside, 1-0. 480 coming in, 8 RBI and 8 runs scored, not 8 home runs. Although again, I put him on the top of my list of guys I really think is going to hit a home run. Pops that one up, left side out of play. So thanks to our number 1 ranked intern, Luke Statwalker, we know that tomorrow is St. Patty's Day in the summer. And we're going to have green beer, and we're going to have leprechauns. And we're going to have guys walking around with Lucky Charms or something. I don't know. It's a high in the air to left center field. Mason on the move. Follows it almost out to the warning track in left center for the out. So Ty hit it pretty well, a little bit too high, and he flies out to Mason in left center, the first out recorded in the bottom of the third. And Tristan Russell, who struck out looking his first time up, will be our hitter. So St. Patty's Day in the summer. You don't see that a lot. You see, Christmas in June or whatever. You see that as a promotion for places. You don't see St. Patty's Day move to the summer very often. It was only a couple of months ago. It's like 3 months ago St. Patty's Day was. You know what I mean? It's in March, right? Oh, come on, Riley. Why do I ask you these things? Russell takes a ball. 423 for Tristan, 17 runs batted in. 2 home runs on the year. 1 3-run shot and 1 grand slam. Got him player of the game on Sunday. Here's hit well into right center field. And that's at the bottom of the wall. Russell's into second base easily with the double. Nobody was there, so you knew it was going to be fair. You knew it was going to be a hit. You just didn't know how far it was going to go. Bottom of the fence for Russell. He is out at second base. That is his second double of the summer. He also has a triple. And here's Trip Garish, who grounded to second his first time up. That was off Aaron Devanus, the first pitcher for the Athletic Edge Express, AE Express, out of Petaluma. Jeffrey Page in there now. Fourth hit for the Potters. Slices it down the left field line, foul. Teron Malaire is trying to keep Russell close at second base. Russell with 12 stolen bases. So 17 runs batted in and 12 stolen bases for Tristan Russell. Garish takes inside corner, fastball, a strike. 0-2. 82 from Jeffrey Page, perfect location. I was kind of expecting Russell to take off from second. He stayed put, and Garish took strike two. Aiden Chang on deck. There goes Russell. The pitch is outside. The throw by Cox is on time, and it goes over the head of the third baseman. Russell gets up, dusts himself off. The throw to the plate will not be in time. And Russell manufactures a run, a double, a stolen base, a throwing error, and the Potters lead it 2-1. It'll be an error on the throw. That's the second error on the Express, both of the throwing variety. And Garish now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count as Russell scores the second run of the game. Outside, 2-2 was a perfect pitch for Mason Cox because it was outside to a left-handed hitter, giving him unobstructed view of third. But Russell was such a great jump, and going over to cover it was Coyote, and he could not make the cover and the catch. Garish swings and misses. He is down on strikes. Page's first strikeout, and the second out here in the bottom of the inning, number 3, and that will bring up Aiden Chang. Chang, an infield single, made it to second on a throwing error on the same single, later scored on the Tyler Russell single. So he is a base hit, and he scored a run in this one. Came in at 455. He is now currently at 500. Hits it high up in the air to left field, giving Chase his toker into the bullpen area, and he cannot make the play. Thought it was deeper when he hit it. Didn't think it was as far over to the left as it was. It ended up in the grassy knoll down there. And it's 0-1 on Aiden Chang out of Roseville, California, and Mount Marty University. That is behind him, and he almost backed up into it inadvertently, but he didn't. He escaped harm. And a new ball will go out to Jeffrey Page. Nobody warming up in either pen right now. Jake Morrell has gone 5 and 4 innings in his first 2 starts. Chang swings and misses at a ball that ran into his hands, above his hands, actually. Another great location from Jeffrey Page, and it's 1-2. Chang watches that one all the way in. It's outside, 2-2. Potters up 2-1, bottom of inning number 3 from McBean Stadium. Another great crowd out here. Thank you to the fans of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Rockland, Roseville, Loomis, Newcastle, Auburn, perhaps. Penryn. I know I missed a few. Oh, it's 4-2. 4 balls, 2 strikes if you look at the scoreboard. That's convenient. So go ahead and take your walk, sir. That is call strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the innings for Page. Gives up the unearned run, and the Potters go on top. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Potters lead it 2-1.
River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 4, Jake Morrell, the left-hander, out on the mound for the Potters. He will face Kays DeRamalar, Brady Boyd, and Tyler Nordyke. Kays with a double his first time up and scored a run in the second. He fouls that one back to the screen on the breaking ball from Jake Morrell, who's given up 3 hits and 1 run. He has struck out 3 so far, including 2 back in the 3rd inning. I have confirmation tomorrow is St. Patty's Day in the summer. I am not sure of the nature of the beer and what is turning it green, or in fact if it will be green. That is to be determined. But there will be leprechauns, I'm told. There better be outside, because it ain't St. Patrick's Day if you don't have leprechauns. And Lucky Charms may be in abundance. And I don't know if you have to have them. But it's the leprechauns that make it for me. 1 ball and 2 strikes on DeRamalar. That is called strike 3. Got the back door with the breaking ball again. 4 strikeout for Jake Morrell. 3rd in the last 4 hitters. And Brady Boyd, who lined a single to right field his first time up, will be the hitter. He also ended the inning by being thrown out at home on a Will Toker base hit to left field. Brian Williams Jr. doing the honors. So Brady is 1 for 1. Out of Westmont College. That one misses outside from Jake. 1-0. There's activity in the sense of people walking around in the bullpen for the Potters, but nobody throwing as far as we can tell. And now it looks like the Edge is sending someone out to their bullpen. That one's fouled back to the screen. I think that's Blake Bryson, number 14. Riley was on that. I said there's a guy going out there. Riley goes, I know who it is. Crazy. Blake out of Mendocino College. 1-1. Beautiful. Got the outside corner. Little backdoor action to the right-handed hitter. 1-2 on Brady Boyd. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Morrell has found his stride, at least in the last 5 hitters. He struck out 4. Summers was the other one who lined out to left field. Here's Tyler Nordyke, who had a sacrifice fly. Almost hit a home run back in the 2nd inning. He hit it to the wall, and Brian Williams made the catch. Nordyke out of Santa Rosa Junior College. Takes a fastball, takes a strike. Morrell is really fixated on that outside corner of the right-handed hitters, and it served him in good stead, as I see a bunch of kids with swords running around. Well, those are, oh, I see, the balloon swords. Got a balloon animal guy down there making the balloons for the kids. And they've got the, I'm going to call them lightsabers, even though they really aren't, but they look like lightsabers. I kind of want one. I'll go down there between innings. Nordyke swings and misses, 0-2. Morrell back up around 87 with a fastball, and Tyler is a little bit behind it. Out of Santa Rosa Junior College, originally Windsor High School for Tyler Nordyke. That's in the dirt. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Very pleasant evening for baseball out here at McBean Stadium. Nordyke calls strike 3, outside corner. Great inning for Jake Morrell. He struck out all three he faced. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters on top, 2-1.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety.
Bottom of inning number 4. Brett Griffiths will start us off. Ty Russell is next, then Brian Williams Jr. Brett flied to right his first time up. That was against DeVanis. He's in here against Mitchell, or against Jeffrey Page. Mitchell Page was on the A's years ago. This is not him. Hits it to left field, giving chase over there. Stoker Hill has plenty of room. And that one is just about symmetrical with where Brett hit it last time down the right field line. So he's got to come up with something new because he's 0 for 2, and Ty Russell is the hitter. Tyler singled up the middle, got himself an RBI back in the second inning, his second of the season. Made it around to third before he had to stop because of the rules. Hits it down to third base, handled by Coyote over to first base for the out. So Coyote to first base. 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the fourth, and Brian Williams Jr., who slammed a single to center his first time up, will be the hitter. 367 coming in, and Brian with his 13 runs scored and 12 stolen bases. Nobody on here. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Williams takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Oh and 1. Top of the order is Jake Lavin. He is on deck. So far, Page showing no signs of letting a batter reach base in this inning, except for he just threw it over Brian's head. That ball did not break in the manner in which the thrower intended. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Brian Williams Jr. Playing out in left field for the Potters. So Bryson's still loosening up for the Express. Look out, that one's behind him too. Brian, maybe you should bat left-handed, I'm saying. Looked like Page slipped on the mound. Hopefully he's okay. Get that baseball out of there. That one only goes behind batters. 2 and 1. Congratulations to Potters manager Eli Garcia. His Roseville High Tigers, winners again in the NorCal playoffs in the semifinals. They're going to play in the finals. I think Jordan told me that's tomorrow. Jordan Georgeson, is that right? Roseville's playing tomorrow. Who are they playing? Rancho Cotati? Okay, very good. Very good. I believe that's up by Santa Rosa. Very nice. We may see some of those guys in a couple of years down here playing for the AE Express, but right now it is 3-1 on Brian Williams. It is now ball 4 to Brian Williams. And the crowd, some of those don't know about Brian Williams, but they're in for a treat if Brian Williams decides he wants to go, although Mason Cox is an excellent catcher with a very strong arm. So we'll see what happens here. Page not delivering really quickly to home plate, but doesn't have a lot of leg movement. Here's Jake Lavin. He singled. He was hit by a pitch, which I'm counting as his 13th walk of the season, because I don't think I have a separate category for hit by pitches. Oh, no, I do. What do you know about that? Line drive. That's into right field, a base hit. Williams is going to go around second, thinks about it, goes back as the ball is picked up very quickly by Clemens, and he gets it in. So Lavin delivers a single, his second hit, 5th hit for the Potters. Williams is in second base now, and here is Ethan Liao. And with a right-handed batter at the plate, wouldn't be surprised to see Brian try to take off. We'll see if Nordyke moves over, and he is doing it right now, trying to move over to keep Williams close as Drummelaar has to move over in the hole against the right-hand hitter Ethan Liao, who has walked and grounded to third. Page to the plate. Liao fouls it off to our right. Got an off-speed pitch. Looked like he timed it pretty well, but fouled it off to the right. Ty McGraw on deck for the Potters, who lead this one 2-1. Threatening now after 2 are out with a base on balls to Williams and a hit by Lavin, his second of the game. And Jake is on base 3 times again in the first 4 innings. Fastball misses outside. Ethan Liao from Dublin, California, and Gardner-Webb University, 6'1". Up here with 2 on and 2 out in the 4th. That's inside. Did it hit him? I believe it did, and he'll go down to first base. So Potter's trying to put something together here after 2 were out. We got a walk, we got a single, we got a hit by pitch. With the bases loaded, Ty McGraw coming to the plate. Hit into a double play in the first, fly to pretty deep left center in the 3rd. That was against the same Jeffrey Page. Ty hitting .480 coming in, but he is 0 for 2 in this one. That hit him in the foot, I believe. Yeah, well, the way he's limping over, I think it did. I think he had visions of more RBI than that, but he'll get 1 as Brian Williams Jr. will score. Bases still loaded for the Potters. McGraw gets his 9th run batted in. Williams his 14th run scorer. And Mike Harris going to come out. I think we're going to have a pitching change. 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 4. Potters 3, Express 1.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate.
Emergency break-in as they did not make a pitching change. Jeffrey Page is still out on the mound. Blake Bryson is still warming up in the bullpen, and now it'll be Tristan Russell coming to the plate. And this guy, I tell you, when there's a lot of guys on base, he likes it. Now, both his home runs have been from the right side. One of them was a grand slam. One of them was a 3-run shot. And he's up here left-handed now against Jeffrey Page. That is inside for a ball. Now, last game, he has already been the player of the game twice. Last game, I had to put him on because Riley said, famously, you can't ignore a grand slam. What if he hits another grand slam? He can't be in again. Riley, don't do that to me. Swinging and a foul. Off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. You can't ignore a grand slam. I've got it written down here somewhere. I think it's, all my official paperwork. Yep, there it is right there. You can't ignore a grand slam. It's in the book of quotes, like to be or not to be and all that stuff. You can't ignore a grand slam. William Shakespeare, 1587. That is in there for a strike off speed from Jeffrey Page. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. I only regret I have one life to live for my country. You can't ignore the grand slam. It's there with all the famous ones, brother. 1 and 2. Swings and misses. They got him on strikes. So the Potters score once here in the fourth. We go to the fifth. They're on top 3-1.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of the fifth inning, Potters lead at 3-1, and folks, we have what we call the beer convergence here. It's the first batter of the fifth inning. If he makes an out, it's half off Farmer's beer. He's also the dueling dogs batter, Dante Chiatti, and if he strikes out, it's going to be 50% off everywhere on every beer in the world. That's unofficial, by the way. He chops it back to the pitcher and let it go foul. Thank you very much for letting it go foul. I don't care if he gets a hit. I just want him to have a chance to strike out. So it's Farmer's half off for the first batter. Now, if he just makes an out, Farmer's is still half off. But if he strikes out, it's a double whammy, so to speak. No whammies, no whammies. 50% off Farmers and 50% off dueling dogs. So you go, give me a half and half with half of Farmers that's free and the half of dueling dogs that's free. Put it in the same thing, and I got free beer. She is a math wizard. The 50-50, 900. Half of that is 450. She is a math wizard for Lincoln FC. They are getting the 50-50 and doing a great job. And also announcing the total every other inning. 1 ball and 1 strike on Chiatti. Lines it back up the middle off of Morel's leg, and it'll go into left field for a base hit. And Jake is limping noticeably as Chiatti with a solid single. 4th hit of the game for the Edge Express, and I think probably we might see the last we've seen of Jake Morel, although he'll probably try to get Nate Kujawski to leave him in. Nate out there in lieu of Eli Garcia, as we mentioned. Eli, don't know if he's probably in the dugout now. His team, Roseville, the Tigers, won the semifinal matchup, Division III NorCal Championships. And they will move on to take on Rancho Cotati in the championship. That'll be tomorrow at Roseville High. I do not know what time it starts. I will check with Ray and find out, and we get some Potter fans out there to support the Roseville Tigers. What a great run by Eli's ball club. Through league, through San Joaquin section playoffs, they won, and then they were moved up a division, and they were the number 1 seed, and they have won both their outings. So Jake Morrell says, I ain't no wimp. I'm going to keep pitching as Russell Pettis warms up in the bullpen. But Jake says, nope, that's okay. I got Mason Cox coming up. I got to do this. Now, so Willie says, since Jake stays in, it's going to be half off Farmers. I like that, Willie. That's well done. So Chianti at first base, and here's Mason Cox, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. He takes down low for a ball. And we'll be keeping a close eye on Jake, though, as he's, like I said, he went 5 innings his first outing, went 4 innings his second. I think 4 and a third, actually. And he's in the 5th inning now. Cox slices it down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Running it down is Tyler Russell. Going to third will be Chianti. It's a 1st and 3rd with nobody out here in the top of the 5th, and Will Toker coming to the plate. Second hit in a row for the AE Express. And here is Will Toker out of San Rosa Junior College. He singled his first time up. Fastball misses outside. Morrell still throwing at 87 with the fastball. 1-0. Tyler Hutchinson also loosening up now for the Lincoln Potters. So we had Pettis and we had Hutchinson. Popped up left side. Williams, medium deep. He's going to be running in on it, though. The tag is made. I don't think they're going to go on Brian. He lets it fly in the air. He would have had him by 20 feet getting it in here. But wisely, Chianti decided not to go, and I don't know he would have gone even if they hadn't seen Brian throw. That was not a deep fly ball. In the end, the wind kind of knocked it down a little bit. It was popped up. So Toker has flied out to left. He is now 1 for 2. And with 1 out, Jelani Mason will be the hitter. He has struck out twice against Jake Morrell, once in the 1st and once in the 3rd, once swinging and once looking. The swinging one in the 3rd. That one's fouled back to the screen on the breaking ball. 0-1. Kalen Clemens on deck. Mason, the center fielder for the Edge, out of Petaluma. The Edge is out of Petaluma. Mason from Sonoma State College. And 1-1 now on Jelani. Chianti is at third base. Mason Cox over at first. Mason swings and misses. The left-hander on left-hander sweeping slider from Jake Morrell has been successful so far as Hutchinson continues to warm up in the Potters bullpen. Tyler out of Sierra College. Swing and a miss. He got Mason again. Morrell's 7th strikeout, 3 of Mason, and now Kalen Clemens is the hitter. Kalen grounded to third in the 1st, then struck out in the 3rd. Right-handed hitting right fielder. Cox still at first. Clemens lines one into left center. On the move is Russell. Diving, did he make the play? He did. What a play by... No, that's Ethan Liao, Ethan Liao with a great play in left center field, reminiscent of Brian Williams Jr. And they bail out Jake Morrell here. 2 hits, no runs. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters still on top, 3-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
New battery for the Athletic Edge Express here in the bottom of the 5th. On the mound is Blake Bryson, and behind the plate is number 4, Justice Brinson out of Azusa Pacific. Blake out of Mendocino College. And he will face Trip Garish to start off the bottom of the 5th. As the Potters with Ethan Leo, a tremendous catch in left center field to end the top of the 5th and keep the Edge off the Express off the board as they were threatening with a couple of base hits to start the inning. 85 from Bryson. He misses outside to Trip Garish, who's grounded to second and struck out so far. So Trip is 0 for 2, 2 for 7 on the season. Takes high again. So Brinson now behind the plate and Bryson on the mound. Third pitcher for the AE Express. Swing and a miss. Devena started an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 hits and a run. Then Page 2 1/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. And now Blake Bryson. Takes that one down low. Three balls, 1 strike on Trip. Aiden Chang to follow. Settling in the bottom of the 5th there on a very nice night out at McBean Stadium here in lovely Lincoln, California. Garish takes high, ball 4. 5 free passes, that's 6 free passes either via the walk or the hit batter by the Express pitcher so far tonight. Here's Aiden Chang, who has singled and scored back in the 2nd. Then he struck out in the 3rd, so Aiden is 1 for 2. Came in at .455, 5 for 11 on the season. Scored his 6th run of the season back in the 2nd inning. Waves at that one off speed, and it is a strike. Brett Griffiths on deck. That is inside to Aiden. Trip Garish, not really a threat to go at first base. And when I say that, he will take off on the next pitch. Chang gets it high in the air to left field. Tokar coming in. Had to go down to one knee to make the catch, but he made it. And there's one out here in the 5th. Brett Griffiths, who's flied out to right and flied out to left, right down the line both times. He has a home run on the season. He has 2 runs batted, and he's scored a run. Hitting 273 coming in out of Ball State University. I think they're the Cardinals. Sounds right, but I don't know. Right-handed hitter playing at shortstop for the Potters tonight. Chopper back to the mound, handled by Bryson. He'll go to first base as all of his teammates were yelling 1-1-1, and he took their advice. Moving to second base is Trip Garish, but now 2 outs, and Ty Russell, who singled in a run the last time up, or his first time up. He grounded to third his last time up. Picked up an RBI, his second back in the second inning, and then grounded third in the fourth. And he's got Gary shot at second base here with 2 outs in the fifth. Bryson delivers. It's popped up right side. Giving chase is Boyd at first base. And it'll be over by the Brick and Barrel backyard. But don't get near the beer. There's always a line. Somebody should have jumped out to catch that. Nobody did. 0-1 now on Ty Russell. Brian Williams Jr., the number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle for Lincoln. Blake Bryson out of Mendocino College. And that's sliced out of play to our right. So it's quickly 0-2 on Ty Russell out of Queen Creek, Arizona. Hitting .235 coming in on the summer. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Potters get one runner. They leave him. It's the top of the sixth. Potters lead this one 3-1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Top of the sixth inning, new pitcher for the Potters. It's Russell Pettis. He is making his fourth appearance, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits. He has struck out 9. He has walked 5. No wins, 1 loss on the season for Russell. And he'll be taking on JT Summers. And who pops it up down the right side, giving chase is McGraw into short right field. And coming in to make the catch is Ty Russell. So our attention was focused on McGraw and coming over from second. Russell and the other Russell, Tyler, that is, came in and made the catch. So that brings up Caves Dramalar, who was doubled and struck out. So Russell Pettis relieving Jake Morrell. Delivers a strike. Jake, 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. He walked 1, actually hit 1, and struck out 7. So that gives him 14 innings, 10 hits, and 3 runs allowed for the summer. with 18 strikeouts and 3 free passes. Another good outing for the left-hander from Roseville in search of his 3rd win of the campaign. Pettis now 1-1 as the Cowbells get it going. They were given away to the first 500. Swinging through that off-speed pitch was Termalar. First 500 got Cowbells on country night, which we found out unofficially off the record that Riley's not a big fan of country. And he owns it. Pettis, that's hit out to second base. Russell has it. Over to first for the out. So Tristan Russell playing second base. Tyler Russell is in right field. Tristan, as we said, just his first appearance in the field. He's working with a shoulder situation coming through starting the summer, and he's out there for the first time, so that's good to see. And that'll bring up Brady Boyd, who has singled and struck out. Brady Boyd out of Westmont College. That one is high for a ball. Two outs here in the 6th is Russell Pettis, the right-hander out of Elk Grove, California. And his fastball is fouled off. Russell Pettis, it looks like he last pitched on the 30th of May, relieving Jake Morrell, an inning and 2/3, and he struck out 3. That one's fouled out of play. So it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 pitches in the dirt to Brady Boyd. So it evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. Tyler Nordyke in the on-deck circle, the second baseman for the Express. Swing and miss that out. He fouled it off. Got crazy, got excited. Little foul ball. Stayed alive. Aiden Chang behind the plate, trying to hold on. So first 500 got Cowbells to country night. We'd have a mechanical bull still outside. That sails high and outside. So we lose Brady Boyd to the base on balls. And that has been Pettis trying to work on that. He's got 5 coming in. He's got 6 now base on balls. Is against 9 strikeouts. Here's Tyler Nordyke, who had a sacrifice fly to deep left in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th, and fouls that one off. The fastball by Pettis, right around 87 miles an hour. And it's 0-1 on Tyler Nordyke out of Santa Rosa Junior College. Dante Chiatti, the 3rd baseman on deck. That is a ball, so it's 1-1. Nordyke from Windsor High School and played last year at Santa Rosa. No 4-year commitments as of now. That's also in the dirt. Chang blocked it and came up and did a fake throw, which tried to keep the runner close at first base, even though he didn't have the ball. So it's 2-1. No activity right now in either bullpen. Line drive in right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Ty Russell has it, gets it quickly in to Tristan Russell, but it's a single for Nordyke, his first hit of the game. Moves Boyd to second, and with 2 outs, it's Dante Chiatti, the hitter. He is the dueling dogs batter, and so far he is grounded to third in a line drive off the pitcher's leg for a base hit. So Coyote 1 for 2 in this one out of the College of Marin. Takes the strike. 0-1. Took something off that one, did Russell Pettis. Came in at 79 miles an hour. So fans are worried about the dueling dogs batter. Potters are worried about getting an out here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 6th. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow, 7:05 again, these same 2 teams, and then they'll roll it over to Sunday. It's a 1:05 start. Tom Maley, the retired Country Radio Hall of Famer, will be our guest in the booth. His 3rd season in a row, I think, and he's come up with some of the great theories we've ever had in his previous 2 appearances. Fastball catches the corner for a strike. And God, he's just said, I don't think that's on the corner, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the crowd wants to strike out. The Potters want an out. Breaking ball is fouled off. Tomorrow, St. Pat's in the summer. Next week on Saturday, it's a 3-game series, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday against the Peloteros. I think it's Friday or Saturday. I probably should know before I say it. Superheroes night. And then Wiley and I get to discover, we get to predict which superheroes will be out here. In fact, I'm going to start right now. I'm going to say Batman. Oh, there's Superman movies coming out, so you're probably right. Superman, that's a good one. What about the Hulk? Maybe the Hulk. Spider-Man always shows up. Yes, I'm going to say Spider-Man for sure. And Wolverine, I think we've had Wolverine before. Or that was my kid one year, was Wolverine. He was not a fearsome Wolverine. Doctor Strange will not be out here. No, what is Doctor Strange? Well, maybe. Okay, I thought you were talking about Doctor Doom. Doctor Strange, maybe. Maybe. 1-2 pitch, fouled off again. But I'm going to pencil in Spider-Man right now. Put this in the Smithsonian so you know we have it. Spider-Man, and you're saying Superman. I'm saying Spider-Man. Are you agreeing with me on Spider-Man? Okay. I think it's either going to be the Hulk or Captain America. I'm going Captain America. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, good block by Chang, 2-2. Hulk, maybe. Batman. You know, come to think of it, I don't think we've ever had Batman out here. Iron Man's a good one. I'll give you Iron Man. Is he hot anymore? I don't know. He's kind of like last decade, Iron Man. But I think he's a good one to have out here, although it's a very hot costume. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Pettis. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Potters on top, 3-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Couple more from up the road.
Bottom of inning number 6. It will be Brian Williams Jr. starting us off against Blake Bryson. Single and a walk for Brian. He scored a run back in the 4th inning. He's thrown a runner out the plate tonight as well. Bryson's first pitch is high for a ball. Blake out of Mendocino College. Williams will be followed by Jake Lavin and Ethan Liao. So it's 9-1-2 for the Potters. They have 3 runs on 5 hits through the first 5 innings. Williams swings and misses. Bryson right up around 85 miles an hour with the fastball. He came on to start the 5th inning. Devanus started 1 inning and 2/3. Then Jeffrey Page went 2 1/3. And now Bryson. That's inside. Might have hit the umpire. I think it did. So we're going to take just a second here as that one got past the catcher and got in the umpire's left leg, I believe. And he's going to gut it out. But Jake Lavin comes out to lend an accommodating work because Jake really loves the umpires. He's a people person. Catcher Justice Brinson went out and killed some time. And now everybody seems to be back on the same page, and we'll do it again at 1 ball and 1 strike. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Riley, you can't say 2 balls, 1 strike, I think. Now it's 2-2 as Williams swings through the fastball. Out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, and Dallas Baptist University, Brian Williams Jr. 6-footer, 180 pounds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is outside, 3-2. Now the scoreboard says 2-2, and I think the umpire, usually when they look and see if it's wrong, they'll signal the count. But a lot of times they'll do it right in front of their chest, and so no one can see it. Except for the pitcher, of course. That is high. That makes it 3-2. So Riley and Luke Statwalker both led me wrong. They're just pranking me. They just like to prank the old guy. I respect that. I do. That is ball 4. Williams is on for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up Jake Lavin, who's also been on 3 times, 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Left-hand hitting 3rd baseman out of Laguna Beach, California, out of UC Berkeley. Came in at 407 on the season. He's been on 3 times. The furthest he's got is 3rd base, though, so he has not tallied a run for the Potters here yet today. Let's see if Williams thinks about taking off and trying to get that 13th stolen base of the season. There he goes. It's inside. It gets through the catcher, and Williams is in there quite easily. Stolen base number 13 is recorded for Brian Williams Jr. Pitches inside against Jake Lavin. So he has a 1 ball and no strike count with Ethan Liao to follow. So far, Riley, you're Superman, Iron Man, and you borrowed my Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man and Captain America. Oh, and I'm going Wonder Woman. Lavin takes high as Bryson's paying a lot of attention to Williams back at second base as Duran Millar comes in to try to keep him close with the left hand hitting Lavin at the plate. Jake uses the whole field, though, so he's got a really nice hole at shortstop there. That one is in there for a strike, so it's 2-1 on Jake Lavin. Good pitch right there from Blake Bryson. Lavin pops it up, trying to get out of play, and I think it will down the 3rd baseline. And it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jake. Singled in the first, hit by a pitch in the second on a 3-0 pitch, and singled in the fourth. Lavin on one hop to second base. Handled out there by Nordyke. He'll move Williams Jr. over to third, though. And with one out, that'll bring up Ethan Liao. He has walked, grounded out, and been hit by a pitch. So 0 for 1. He's been on base twice. Out of Gardner-Webb College, Gardner-Webb University. The Edge Express are bringing in the infield. Liao pops it up, and it'll get out of play over to our right. So it's 0-1 on Ethan. Ty McGraw will follow. Coyote, Drummelaire, Nordyke, and Boyd all moved up. Leo hit to chopper to second. Here comes Williams to the plate. They're not going to even try. He'll score. The speed of Williams turned Nordyke away. Leo will get the RBI. Williams will score the run. The Potters now lead at 4-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and Ty McGraw is our hitter. Even with the infield in and a big chopper, Williams got such a great jump, and he was almost here as Nordyke took one look and said, I'm just going to take the out, and wisely so. Liao gets the run batted in. That's his 4th, and Ty McGraw fouls one down the left field line, 0-1. So a walk, a stolen base, an infield out, and then another infield out, and the Potters have their 4th run. That ball is high. 1-1 on Ty McGraw. From Gardendale, Alabama. Saying hi to Mom Tracy, hopefully watching in Gardendale. McGraw takes inside for a ball. She was out, I think, the first weekend, checking out Ty, checking out Lincoln. Make sure it was okay for her guy. You know, hey, I got to go out there. I got to make sure Lincoln's all right. I guess she felt it was fine. She left him and took off. McGraw takes high. 3-1. I think, trying to think of the furthest away we had some, well, Hawaii, we've had Hawaii, but continentally, I think we've been deep into Florida also. I know we're in New York. Hit sharply but fouled on the first base line. Do we have anybody from Maine? I thought we had somebody from the really New England. I know we had Josh Cohen. I think he was from New York. And then we've had several Florida guys. Three-2 on Ty. 2 outs here in the 6th. Blake Bryson on the mound. He'll deliver a call. Strike 3 on the inside corner. A lot of controversy, but it's going to stand, I think. I don't think there's any challenges. We'll go to the 7th. Potters now on top 4-1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Coming back a little bit early here in the top of the seventh. Potters lead at 4-1. Russell Pettis out of Cal State San Marcos is warming up, as you can see. But I had to bring us back early because Riley says, hey, we can show the mechanical bull again, like he's telling me, like he's the producer. And there's the mechanical bull. But I don't see anybody mechanical bulling out. Oh, here we go. Another youngster getting on. Get out there. I think Jordan Jorgensen should go out and do it for the media. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, come on. Last time they didn't make it. Last time they turned it up, and the young fellow went toppling off. This, I don't wish anybody any ill will, but he's hanging on, this guy. He is hanging on. Well done, sir. Justice Brinson's the hitter. We're going to have to go back to the action. Is this guy staying on? He's still on there. Fantastic job by that youngster. Probably a rider of the future. Brinson takes the strike. He came on for Cox. After Cox got a base hit in the fifth, and then Brinson came on in the bottom of the fifth defensively for Mason Cox, who was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Hopefully he's fine. Brinson takes the strike again, 0-2. Russell Pettis back on the mound, as we said. Gave up a hit, struck out a batter, walked a batter in the sixth inning. Here's the 0-2 from Pettis. Misses outside, 1-2. Potters pitchers, mostly Jake Morrell. He had 7 strikeouts. Pettis with 1, so 8 in 6 innings for the Potters. Just 2 free passes, 1 hit batter, and 1 walk. Swing and a miss. They got Brinson on strikes. So 2 strikeouts in a row for Russell Pettis. And with 1 out here in the 7th inning, Will Toker will be the hitter, the left fielder. Number 15, Will out of Santa Rosa Junior College and Vintage High School, has singled and flied to left. Takes a strike from Russell Pettis. We've got a pinch hitter up here. Number 11, that is Justin Lucas. So Justin Lucas is batting for Will Toker. Will was 1 for 2 while he was in there. And Justin Lucas takes down low. So it's 1-2 on the pitch hitter, Justin Lucas, out of Sonoma State College. Ukiah High School, so way up in the north country for Justin Lucas. And he's up here with 1 out in the 7th inning, and his team on the short end of a 4-1 score. That's high and inside. Moves Justin off the plate. 2-2. Popped up right side. McGraw calling for it at first base. He is in foul territory, and he makes the catch. So Lucas is retired on a pop-up to the first baseman. 2 outs here in the 7th, and Jelani Mason is the hitter. The leadoff man is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, all against Jake Morrell. Out of Sonoma State College, Jelani Mason. Takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. 89 from Russell Pettis, who's retired the last 3 hitters he's faced after the single by Nordyke back in the 6th inning. Mason swings and misses, so it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 7th inning. Mason is still alive. That one is called too low. 1-2 on Jelani. Kalen Clemens, the number 2 hitter in the on-deck circle. If Mason should reach here as the Cowbells get to a crescendo, 500 of them we know are out there. Well, 499 because I have one. Great ground ball back to Pettis. Takes his time over to first. Good inning by the right-hander. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Potter fans are stretching. They lead it 4-1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Time for Tristan Russell to come up against Blake Bryson, the third pitcher for the AE Express. Russell has struck out twice and doubled, so he's 1 for 3 in this one. Swings and misses into the off-speed pitch from Bryson, the right-hander out of Mendocino College. Russell came in at 423 and is 1 for 3. Has scored a run. That's his 9th run scored of the season. Hits it sharply down to first base. Handled down there by Boyd. Flips it to the pitcher covering for the first out. Trip Garish will be our hitter, the designated hitter out of Belmont, California, and the United States Air Force Academy. Has struck out, walked, and grounded to second. So Trip is 0 for 2. Takes that one down low for a ball. 1-0. Trip followed by Aiden Chang here in the 7th inning. You don't see many snow cones on country night, Riley. I've noticed that. Inside. I mean, they still look very refreshing when someone has one, but there haven't been as many. A lot of cowboy hats, a lot of boots. It is a beer night, and it should be a beer night. And we salute our beer vendors and our snow cone vendors, or shaved ice, whatever they call them now. Fouled out of play. 2-1 on Trip Garish. Snow cones is actually a better name. Maybe shaved ice is more technically true. You know, well, how'd you do that? We took the ice and shaved it. Okay. But it's a snow cone. What did you shave it into? A snow cone. It's a cone made of snow. Outside for a ball. 3-1. Justice Brinson behind the plate. Coyote at third. Drummelaar at short. Nordyke at second. Boyd at first. Clemens, Mason, Toker. Actually, it's probably Lucas in the outfield. Swing and a miss. He came on and batted for Will in the 7th inning, so we'll put Lucas out in the left field. Bryson, the 3rd pitcher. Devanus went inning and 2/3. Then Jeffrey Page went 2 1/3. Swung on a foul ball. And then Bryson took over in the 5th. He has worked 2 scoreless innings. He's allowed 1 run in 2 innings. Hasn't given up a hit yet. He walked Williams. Williams stole second, went to 3rd on a ground out, and scored on a ground out, even though the infield was in against him, as Ethan Leal gets credited with the RBI, his 4th of the season. Popped out of play by Garish as the lone cowbell. I think it was somewhere over on the left side. There was one cowbell that was just delivering the solo, doing the solo, extended solo for a cowbell. Cowbells are sometimes in songs that you don't realize they're in. And I have no examples, so don't worry about it. Garish lines a foul ball over into the dark of the night over there, down the left field line, so he'll get another try. Well, yes, I know that. I'm talking about ones that you don't realize have it in there. The Beatles have some cowbells in some of their songs. We know about Don't Fear the Reaper. That one, we kind of know that one. And it's ball 4. I think it's Lover Boy. Everybody's working for the weekend. I think there's a cowbell at the beginning of that. Of course, that song is probably not in your repertoire, and I don't blame you for that. Aiden Chang's our hitter with Garish down at first base and 1 out here in the 7th as we talk about cowbell songs. Riley brings Don't Fear the Reaper to the table. That's very good, Riley. I think Mississippi Queen has a cowbell in it. I have to check that out. I think so. You don't even know that song. Mississippi Queen is a song by Mountain. High fastball. You know that song? Okay, very good. It used to be in a game? Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, that's fine. Oh, Guitar Hero. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Whatever happened to that game? It was like huge for a while. I think we got it. And then all of a sudden it's just sitting out in the garage. Outside gets back to the backstop, going to second base. This trip, Garish puts himself in scoring position on the wild pitch. It's a 2-ball, 1 ball, 1 strike on Chang. Make that 2-0 on Aiden. Brett Griffiths to follow Aiden Chang. Potters looking for their 8th win of the season. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 on Aiden out of Roseville, California, and Mount Marty University. 6'2", 185. Chang hits it sharply down to 3rd, scooped up over there by Kahati across the diamond, and nice play at first base by Brady Boyd to scoop that one out, short hop it, and the out is recorded. Garish had to stay at second base as the ball was in front of him, and Brett Griffiths will come up with 2 outs. He has flied to right, flied to left, and grounded back to the pitcher, so Brett 0 for 3 in this one. He does have a home run on the season out of Jesuit High School, American River College, and Ball State University against Blake Bryson. Swing and miss. Off-speed pitch. Gets him in the hole. No balls and 1 strike. And he takes strike 2. 0-2 on the Potter shortstop. 273 coming in. And that misses outside as Bryson had already left the mound, but missed by a considerable distance. But, I mean, some of those get the call and some of them don't, so you can't really blame them for, trying to sell it a little bit. Griffiths had no doubt about it. But it doesn't always mean it's going to go your way, but swing and a miss. He got him on strike. So good inning for Bryson. He's been impressive. We'll go to the top of inning number 8. Potters are on top 4-1.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Out of Gretna, Nebraska, right-hander Dawson Raddick is the third Potters pitcher of the day. He relieves Russell Pettis, who went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. Raddick making his 5th appearance, 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, and 2 runs. ERA of 1.59. He has 4 strikeouts and 6 walks, and he has 1 save on the season. This could be a save situation if he stays in through the 8th and the 9th and finishes it out. Kalen Clemens is the scheduled hitter here. So it is Kalen Clemens coming up. He has struck out. He has flied to center. He has grounded to third. 2 of those against, or actually all 3 against Jake Morrell. And he fouls that one off from Raddick, who is the underhand submarine variety of thrower. JT Summers is on deck, and then Caves Duramalar. So 2, 3, and 4 for the AE Express here in the 8th inning as the Potters have the 4-1 lead. 1 run in the second, everything that the Express has gotten so far. Raddick looks inside and goes inside, so it's 1-1 on Clemens. Clemens out of West Valley Community College. Fouls that one out of play to our right. So it's 1-2 on Kalen. Out in right field for the AE Express. Headquartered in Petaluma, California. Made up largely of players from that area. Santa Rosa Junior College, Sonoma State, and some others. 1-2 coming. Hit sharply out to shortstop. Griffiths has it. Across the diamond for the out. So one out here in the 8th inning. That'll bring up J.T. Summers, the DH, who was grounded to shortstop, fly to left, and fly to right. J.T., another Santa Rosa Junior College product out of Casa Grande High School over in Petaluma. 0 for 3 so far in this one. He's faced Morrell twice and faced Pettis once. Swing and a miss from Dawson Raddick. It takes some getting used to if you've been looking at a couple of pitches. You had Morrell, the left-hander, then Pettis, the right-hander, and now submarining Dawson Raddick in here. That one just misses the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kays to Romelaire. Shortstop waits on deck. Swing and a miss again for J.T. Summers, 1-2. Raddick misses the outside corner, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, he got him on strikes. Raddick gets Summers for the second out, and Kays Duramalora will be the hitter. The shortstop has doubled and scored the only run for the Express back in the second. Then he struck out in the 4th, grounded second in the 6th. So Kays is 1 for 3. Kays out of Rancho Cotati and Santa Rosa Junior College. Strike from Raddick. Dawson making his 5th appearance of the season. 5 2/3 innings before tonight. Outside, 1-1. 6 hits, 1 earned run. Has walked 6, struck out 4. Carrying the 1.59 ERA into this one with a save to his credit. One pitch misses outside to Drummelaar. Brady Boyd, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle. He is 1 for 2 with a walk tonight. That's lined out to right field, giving chase as Russell. Diving try, he doesn't make the play. He goes behind him over to the fence. And rounding second, Duramallar, he will go into third. The throw is got him at third. What a play. What a cutoff by the Potters. Tristan Russell cuts it off, guns it over to Lavin, drops the tag on Duramallar, and that's the end of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters on top 4-1.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of the 8th inning after that exciting play. Here's the guy who started it, Ty Russell, the right fielder, who made the dive, got up, threw the ball in, and was cut off. Throw to third. Dramalar is tagged out, and Russell will be the first hitter. Our new pitcher is Derek Robinson Jr. He is out of Southern University of New Orleans, out of Jesse Bethel High School, which I believe was in Vallejo, but it wasn't there when I was there. They put it in after I left. They closed my high school, and they made another one. I mean, that's no reflection on me, I don't think. Ty is singled in a run. That was back in the second. Grounded out to third and struck out, so he's 1 for 3. He's followed by Brian Williams Jr. and then Jake Lavin. Delivers an off-speed pitch from Robinson in there for a strike. Swinging by Russell. Ty out of Queen Creek, Arizona. Playing out in right field for Lincoln tonight. They lead it 4-1. It's a sharp grounder down to third, handled by Coyote. He's going to have to hurry to first, and the ball is not scooped up at first base, and Russell is going to have himself an infield single. Second hit of the game for Tyler Russell. He is at first base with nobody out, and Brian Williams is the batter. Brian has singled. He has walked and scored and walked and scored. So he is 1 for 1. He scored twice. He's thrown a runner out on the bases from left field. So he's had an excellent game, and he's up here against Derek Robinson Jr. with Tyler Russell at first base. Off-speed pitch is a ball, 1-0. Brian Williams was 367 coming in tonight. Takes the fastball, but that's down low, 2-0. 76 on that fastball from Robinson. Good lead at first by Russell. He's going inside. The throw to second base is in time. That's a beautiful throw, and he is out at second base. Justice Brinson let that one go. Had a little bit of fade on it, and the tag applied, and Russell is out for the first out of the inning. That's 3-0, I think, on Williams. That ball was called inside and high, and that one just tailed perfectly by Brinson. And Russell is out trying to steal. Williams Jr. takes a strike. 3 balls, I believe 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside. So that is, I think that was ball 4. No, he says it's 3-2. The umpire says it's 3-2, but there was only 1 strike. It should have been ball 4. Williams says, you know something? Why don't I just lace a single to center field and stop all the controversy? Stop your whining. You guys stop it up in the press box. Stop your whining. I'll get a base hit. He's 2 for 2. That is the 7th hit for the Potters. 1 out here, and Jake Lavin is your batter. So here's Lavin. He is 2 for 3, been hit by a pitch. Swings and misses. Oh, 0-1 on Jake. There's a foul ball, and Williams was on his way on that one, trying to pick up another stolen base. He's got one tonight to push his season total up to 13. He scored 2 runs. That pushes that total up to 15. Oh and 2 on Jake Lavin. Singled in the first, singled in the fourth, grounded out in the sixth, was hit by a pitch in the second. Lavin swings and misses. He's out on strikes. 2 outs here in the inning, and that'll bring up Ethan Liao, who was walked, grounded out, but hit by a pitch and grounded out again, but he did get an RBI back in the 6th inning on his ground out, scored Brian Williams Jr. from third. So Ethan picked up his 4th run batting of the season. He is 0 for 2 so far, and he's got Williams back over at first. And let's see if Brian has visions of stolen bases dancing in his head. He is not going, and the off-speed pitch is outside. Would have been a great pitch to go on. Just 68 miles an hour, but he did not go, and Liao takes it outside 1-0. Out of Dublin, California, Ethan Liao and Gardner-Webb University. Came in at 375 on the summer. There goes Williams, and it's fouled off. So 1-1 on Liao with Ty McGraw on deck in case he is needed in this 8th inning. Same 2 teams tomorrow, 7:05, and then Sunday at 1:05, last home Sunday game of the season. As we will be wrapping up a third of the season at the end of play on Sunday. Here's the 1-1. Liao takes inside on the fastball from Robinson. It's 2-1. That one's fouled out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, fouls that one back to the screen, so it'll stay 2-2. Potters lead at 4-1. We're in the 8th. Potters so far on the mound. Jake Moreau in 5. Russell Pettis the 6th and 7th, and Dawson Raddick had a very good 8th inning. We do have warming up in the bullpen another Potters pitcher, so we'll see. Williams, short lead. Now he creeps off a little bit more at first. He's not going. The pitch is outside. Full count on Ethan Liao. Fourth pitcher for the AE Express is Derek Robinson. He delivers, and Ethan Liao fouls it out into the night down the right field line, down where the parking lot Potters used to hang out. And we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Potters with single runs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. Express just that 1 run back in the 2nd. Potters with 7 hits on the night. Express also with 7 hits. They've had a guy thrown out trying to score from second on a hit, and a guy trying to stretch a double into a triple. Yeah, singles into center field, and Williams is moving on the pitch. He's going to turn and go for third. He slides, it's cut off, and it's 1st and 3rd with 2 outs and Ty McGraw coming to the plate. First hit of the game for Ethan. He's now 1 for 3, and he moves Williams over to third. And Ty McGraw will be our hitter. He is into a double play, fly to center. Been hit by a pitch with the bases loaded and picked up his 9th RBI of the year and then struck out looking back in the 6th. So Ty officially 0 for 3 with an RBI. Out of Gardendale, Alabama. He's got a couple of runners on first and third. Fouls that one off down the left field line. Over the grassy knoll area. No 0-1 on Ty. Left-hand hitting McGraw against the right-hander, Derek Robinson Jr. He delivers a ball, 1-1. McGraw takes strike 2. Had about rattling my cowbell, but I was just a little bit late. Riley, cowbells. All right. We're contributing. Mine's still in the wrapper because I'm going to save it for a long time. And then I'm going to try to sell it like 20 years from now. Maybe I'll bequeath it to you and you can sell it 20 years from now. Swing and a foul at the plate. Leon was taken off at first base. On the 1-2 pitch. Willie playing the polka version, the organ version of Jump. What is? Yes, I know who it is. Oh, the baseball. Okay, the organist rendition. Very good, Willie. He's the best in the business. He's the GOAT. He's Willie Preston. Check swing. He did not go. Nice block by Brinson behind the plate. He's been impressive back there. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ty McGraw. And there goes Ethan Leo. Just goes, you know something, I'll just run down to second. And he does. And that's really a stolen base when the pitcher's standing on the mound with the ball and you just take off. Nobody reacted but Ethan Leo. So he is in scoring position for Ty McGraw. Ground ball out towards shortstop. Vermelaire has it over to first for the out. So the Potters don't score here in the 8th. We'll go to the 9th. They're on top, 4-1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of the ninth inning, the Potters bringing in Evan Williams to close this one out, making his 4th appearance. He has pitched 3 innings. He struck out 8. And he gave up a ground ball right there to Brett Griffiths, who throws it over to first for the out quickly on Brady Boyd. And he has 2 saves on the season, does Evan Williams, and quickly has an out there, and Tyler Nordyke is the next hitter. Nordyke is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and the only RBI of the game for the AE Express. Fastball misses down low, so it's 1-0. Pop up down the third base line coming on, and the catcher, nice try by Chang, but he couldn't make the play. Lavin came in, and Chang went after it, almost to the coach's box, and tries to make the play, and Nordyke is still alive. That's fouled back to the screen, so it's 1-2. So it's 1-2 now on Nordyke. Williams with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Tries to get on the outside corner, just a little bit too far outside. So 2-2 now on Nordyke. Swings and misses, he got him on strikes. 11 strikeout for Potters pitchers. We talked about Raddick, 1 inning, just 1 strikeout. He did give up 1 hit. And that brings up Dante Coyote is the batter with 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Fastball misses inside. 91 from Evan Williams. Coyote has a ground out, a single, and a strikeout, so he is 1 for 3 in this one. Pops that one up out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, that inside, did it get him? He's not acting like it did, but boy, it barely missed Coyote. And he will have a 2-ball, 1-strike count when he returns to the plate. He's followed by Justice Brinson in the order for the AE Express. Fastball is in there for a strike, 2-2. 90 miles an hour from Williams. Do we have a last strike guy? I don't know. We have imposters running all over the place. Fake last strike guys. Swing and a miss. That's your ball game. Williams comes on, gets his 3rd save of the season. 1-2-3. The Potters win the first of a 3-game series against the AE Express. Our final score of 4-1. We got Potters postgame with our player of the game. Here's a hint. It's Brian Williams Jr. We're back right for this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
And now it's time for our Raising Cane's Player of the Game interview. Right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Welcome into the Potters post game, and we'll start off with our Raising Cane's Player of the Game. By the way, I'm Mark the Phantom Low. This is our Player of the Game, Brian Williams Jr. Brian, thanks for coming up. Congratulations, great game.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely overjoyed to do it. Now, let's start out first of all, Midwest City, Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how did that? I know this is not what you should be asking you. How did a city get a name, Midwest City, Oklahoma? Is it that simple? It's in the Midwest?
It's that simple, I think. I really don't know the history behind it, but, I mean.
Well, more importantly, Dallas Baptist, I know we've had some kids from Dallas Baptist. How did you get out here? How did you hear about the Lincoln Potters?
I heard about the Lincoln Potters through one of our coaches, Tyler Malone, who's been with you guys a couple of years. Yeah, he was our grad assistant this year, so I heard about it through him.
Well, I'm glad to have you out here. Today, 2 for 2, a couple of walks, a couple of hits. I mean, you're doing a little bit of everything. Obviously, the stolen bases jump out, like I think 13 or 14 stolen bases. The one that really impressed me today was when you were at third and they brought the infield in, and you still were able to score. In that situation, are you still going, I'm going on contact?
Well,
you're not supposed to go.
No, sir, I was. He said if you got a good jump on contact, then don't be scared to go. So all thanks to my coach and the guy to bring me in, Ethan Leo. So, yeah, he did his job with getting the ball to the right side, and then we went from there. So
yeah, you've been playing a lot of center field. I know you moved over, but you're playing center field. And I tell you, I've said it on the air a couple of times. You cover as much ground as anybody we've ever had. We have a legacy of really good center fielders here with the Potters, but you cover as much ground as any one of them. I'm almost to the point of calling it the graveyard because it's where fly balls go to die. And then they move you over to left field today. Is there any difference to you? I mean, you played them all. It doesn't really matter.
I say yes, sir. Played them all. I mean, going at it with the same approach. If it's in the air, go get it. So, yeah, me and a couple other guys are just – had the mindset. So
yeah, I was going to say they take you out of center field, and Ethan comes in, and then he makes a fantastic diving catch as well.
That got me going right there.
That got you going.
Yes,
that gets
sir.
him going. It gets everybody going, and you make the catch into the wall. Obviously, you've thrown a couple of guys out already. Obviously, you believe in your arm. It's a strong arm, but in that situation, do you get more satisfaction, shall we say, out of throwing a guy out or getting a base hit? Can we separate it for you, or is it just all a big?
I about to say it's just all there.
You just like it all?
Yeah, I like it all. Any good, hunt the good in this sport,
Well, finally, let me ask you about the stolen bases because you got 13. I'm always, as soon as you get on base, I just tell everybody you're going. But you're not. You don't always just go. You kind of like. Do you have to gauge the guy first and kind of get an idea of what's going on?
So in the dugout, I mean, I'm looking to see kind of tendencies, and then as soon as I get out there and I see one that I picked up in the dugout, then I'm rolling.
Well, finally, I ask this of most anybody. Obviously, your gifts, your talents, we can see them. What are you trying to accomplish coming out here this summer?
Just coming out here playing hard, getting experience, getting ready to go back and hopefully be a main contributor to DBU.
So it's going to be DBU again?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. It's great to meet you, Brian. Thanks a lot. It's been fun watching you play. I look forward to seeing you the rest of the summer.
Thank you.
Brian Williams Jr. is our Raising Cane's Player of the Game. We're back with more in the postgame right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Back on the Potters postgame, our thanks to Brian Williams Jr., our Raising Cane's Player of the Game, 2 for 2. He scored a couple of runs. made a great catch in the outfield, threw a guy out at home, just did everything, got a stolen base to pump his total up to 13 for the year. So the Potters win it tonight 4-1. Also want to shout out Jake Morrell, the left-hander, got his third win of the season. He is now 3-0. The save went to Evan Williams, his third save of the season, and a couple more hits for Jake Lavin as well. So Potters doing it all over the place. Just 7 hits, though, as they won this one 4-1. Tomorrow, 7:05 start right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks. A reminder, you want to subscribe to Stone's Broadcast Networks on YouTube or Lincoln Potters Baseball on YouTube or both. That means you'll never miss one of the Potters games. Tomorrow, 7:05, and then Sunday, 1:05. That's it from McBean Stadium. Potters win this one, Game 1. They go to 8-1 on the season with a 4-1 win over the AE Express. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe. On behalf of myself, Riley the Engineer, Willie, and everybody else up here, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Is there anyone out there? 'Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? 'Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you were doing was screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listen to